To the Devyani Khobragade issue now, United States seems to be taking an unusually long time to review and approve Devyani Khobragade's application for the transfer to United Nations. The US State Department had received the application from the United Nations on the 20th of December. The State Department usually takes a quick decision, but according to sources, the decision on this issue is taking unusually long. According to the State Department, there is no comparison to previous requests as each request is evaluated on its own merits. Now, this comes a day after US made it clear that it will not withdraw the case against the Indian envoy. Interestingly, the comment follows regrets on the issue by the American ambassador to India yesterday.
Alongside these impressive developments, this forward movement has been jolted by very different reactions to issues involving one of your consular officers and her domestic worker. I joined Secretary Kerry in expressing our regret for the circumstances of the consular officer's arrest, but we believe we can look forward to continuing to expand our bilateral relations.
Meanwhile, India has said that it would continue to seriously pursue any misuse of domestic privileges by the US diplomats in India. US had sought extra time to submit details sought by Indian authorities, but has said that the salary of its embassy staff around the world is based on prevailing wages. The External Affairs Ministry is also investigating allegations of misuse of domestic diplomatic privileges, in fact, in signing off the taxes exemption for air tickets that were given to Sangeeta Richards' family.
Being an international civil servant myself, I would find it extremely surprising if an international organization does not periodically inform a host government about those who they have accredited. Now, in this case, the accreditation by the UN was done on 26th August. I would think that there are mechanisms in place, and my understanding is that there are mechanisms in the United Nations in place to periodically inform the host country about all those who have been accredited or have been granted access as in various categories to the United Nations General Assembly. And that's my understanding of where we stand on that.
Strategic Affairs Editor Gaurav Sawant is now joining us with more details on this story. Gaurav, is this unusually long time in giving accreditation to Devyani Khobragade acting as a new irritant for India, or is India willing to give a benefit of doubt that the holiday season was on?
Perhaps the holiday season was on till today, so yes, the benefit of the doubt is being given to the US. It remains to be seen how many days does the US take now from January 1. The hearing in court is on the 13th of January. So is this accreditation, the new UN accreditation acknowledged and given by the US State Department? That remains to be seen, and how long do they take on this? Two very important aspects on this story. One, as you heard Syed Akbaruddin, the Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson there, saying that Devyani was anyway accredited with the UN. So while this information was with the US, perhaps it wasn't shared by the State Department with the diplomatic marshal service, the police security service. So even if that was done now, a mistake was committed. That accreditation should be considered as valid, and right, the US should withdraw the case. That is what India hopes to achieve now. Secondly, India saying regret is not enough. Nancy Powell may have regretted it, the incident, the circumstances of the arrest, but that is not enough. You walk the talk, withdraw the case, and granted diplomatic immunity. That is what India insists it wants to see ahead now.
Absolutely. India wants to see America walk the talk on this issue and not just make regrets, as was made by the ambassador to India, Nancy Powell. Many thanks, Gaurav, for joining us with those details.